See. Hello, this is Ignacio Portal Games, and this Portal Games vlog we record every single day. For 100 days, it's part of the experiment to grow this channel. If you just showed up on our YouTube channel, welcome. I hope you will enjoy this video, and if you will enjoy this video, maybe consider checking our other videos, maybe you consider subscribing. You know the stuff, right? Today's episode is about the First Martians, so without further ado, let's start. So First Martians is one of my most famous games because there was quite a scandal when the game was released. The rulebook was lacking. It was not clear in opinion of many gamers. The game was very complex and had not the best rulebook, and there was a huge scandal back then, 2017. And since then, the game is on sale on many stores. Many people trying to get rid of this game because they don't understand how to play the game. And if you check on Board Game Geek, and please do if you have a few moments of time, the game has very high ratings of the people who figured out how to play the game, and terrible low ratings for the people who never played the game because they hate the rulebook. This is the game from all the games I designed with the most diverse ratings. A ton of 10s and 9s and tons of 2 and 1. That was a disaster back then for me, seeing all the feedback of people who were just struggling with the game. I recorded here in Poland, believe it or not, it was like a 1 hour video, something like that, 1 hour video just about the First Martians, about the whole trauma about this game, how it happened, what happened, what were the conclusions. I talked a lot. I said everything that I wanted to say about the First Martians. I never did it in English because my English language is not very good, and I am not native speaker, as you know. And it is hard for me to find the right words, even these simple videos like that, with a very difficult and emotional topic like the First Martians. I decided I'm not doing it in English. It's too tough, too difficult. Anyway, maybe this camera right now? Anyway, the conclusion of the whole 1 hour video about me explaining the whole thing about the First Martian was the pride. Was the big problem with the First Martians. Back then when I was designing this game, I wanted to design the best game on the planet. I thought I can design the magnificent design, and I wanted to put so much in the game. And in this game there is 6 basic scenarios like in Robinson Crusoe, and then there is a scenario campaign like MHS Beagle, and then there is a second campaign once again like Treasure Island, Mr. Tales. So it has like a Robinson Crusoe and a second Robinson Crusoe box and a third Robinson Crusoe box in one box. I wanted too much, and then I just overdid it. Anyway, when I was designing this game, when I was designing First Martians, I was super confident. That this game will win every single award for innovation, for great ideas, for the amazing storytelling, for the amazing twist in the gameplay. I was sure I'm designing a masterpiece. We know how it ended up. So the game didn't win Golden Geek for the innovation. It didn't win Spiel des Jahres for the most innovative game. It didn't win anything, to be honest. Many of you played this game. Many of you haven't and are not going to play this game because they are scared of the rulebook. And you're right, it is a very complex game. So I figured out that today I will do some spoilers. So today's video is me talking to you about the first of the campaign. There's 2 campaigns. The second one is crazy, right? Like I don't know what I was thinking when I was designing the second campaign. It's absolutely ridiculous with the twist and changes the rules and surprises for the players. It's crazy. But the second one, very good stuff. We played this campaign with Marek. It was like half a year ago, something like that, 6-7 months ago. For Polish channel, for our Polish YouTube channel, we did the whole campaign. We live streamed the whole campaign. We had a blast playing it. So I decided I'll record the video, today's video, with me talking about the designing process of this first campaign and telling you what the gems I prepared for you in this campaign and why you should be sorry that there was no chance for you to finish this campaign, to play this campaign because of the mentioned rulebook problems, issues, and you being scared of this experience. Are you ready? So let's start. And by the way, in this video, I hope Marek will do some post-production. Sorry for additional work, but I'll be talking about the scenarios, but Marek hopefully will show you the scenario sheet so you can see what I'm talking about. The campaign is 5 missions long. It starts very easy because the beginning of the campaign, and because this is the campaign number first. So this is like a slow start in the First Martian. The topic is super fun and super interesting. We, being on the planet, are sending messages to NASA, to Earth, and they're informing us that there are some problems with the message, that they are lacking the signal, they don't have a full contact with us, and at some point they stop hearing us. And the intro of the scenario is very fun scene when we talk to the NASA and they don't hear us, they talk to us, and we clearly understand that they have no clue what we are saying to them, because our message from planet Mars is not reaching Earth. And we are scared to death because we just lost contact with NASA. Of course, they talk to us, but they don't hear our responses. And what's the problem in this scenario, how we design it? NASA is just sending to us the container with the supply for our mission, with the new parts, with the new food supplies, etc., etc. And what we know here, being on Mars, is that the landing zone where this container has to land, as planned with NASA many months before, is now in danger. There was some earthquake, and this container cannot land as planned. But we have no contact with NASA. We cannot inform them that they need to change the landing zone. And if we don't fix the antenna, if we don't fix the connection with NASA, the whole container will be lost. So this is time pressure for the players. You have to act fast, or you will lose the whole supply for the whole campaign. It starts with the earthquake, and it's cool. But in terms of the rules, the scenario is very simple. The players have to go to the mountains and build there the brand new antenna and reach the signal for the NASA. Easy peasy, nice, and this time pressure just tells them the faster you build this antenna, the faster you do it, and the faster NASA will get the information where this landing zone should be, and it will be closer to you. So in the future scenarios, in the future missions, in the rest of the campaign, this container will be closer to you. So act fast. But of course, for the players, it's a balancing act. Of course, they can try to build this antenna in round number 3, number 4 very quickly. But on the other hand, they know this is the first scenario of the campaign. They want to get experience point to grow the characters. They want to build the base to make this base, the hub, better. So they are thinking about the long term, how we can prepare for the upcoming missions, and short term, how to win the scenario very quickly and just make it touchdown. First scenario, very simple. Then there is the scenario number 2. The scenario number 2 is called interference. Once again, very thematic. We have this connection fixed, and we hear NASA, NASA hears us. There's a problem though. We are sending them information, our messages, our data, our stuff, and they are telling us there are some mistakes in this message, that some bits are off, and they are sending us what they received from us. We compare them, and what they received is different from what we sent. And this scenario is mission objectives. We are getting what we sent to them, we are getting what they received, and we are comparing them. This is like a research mission. This is a mission about doing some science stuff. Once again, in this scenario, it looks very easy. As you can see on the scenario sheet, it has 8 rounds, so it is very long. You have a lot of time to gather these messages that you sent to NASA, gather these messages that you received from the NASA, compare them, easy peasy, super fun stuff. But then the first twist in the First Martian starts, and the first reason why we designed this game with the app, why we wanted this game to be app-driven, because at some point the app in the event phase shows you pre-constructed event that we coded that it is strict, always in the same round. I think it is round number 3, but I may be wrong. Maybe Marek can find it in the app. But it is true for every single gamer who played this game. At one point, it is round 3 or 4, I don't remember, the pre-constructed event show up, and it says, hello guys, here on Earth we see a huge, terrible, super dangerous storm approaching with a super fast speed towards your hub, toward your home. Please forget about the mission objective. Please forget about comparing these messages. It's not important. Please, as fast as possible, prepare for upcoming storm and protect the hub. And this is the first time in the First Martians, and as I was designing this game, that was my thinking that it is the first time in the history of gaming. I'm not sure if I was right, but I was pretty close to be right. When you have the goal of the game, and then in the middle of the game, you have information, by the way, we changed the goal. And in the middle of the game, the goal is changed, and what is more, it is changed also the length of the game. So as you can see on this player sheet, on this scenario sheet, players knew that they have 8 rounds, and then suddenly on round 3 or 4, I don't remember, the NASA says the storm will hit you very, very soon. Finish what you are doing. And players have only 6 rounds to finish this game. So in game, you are learning about brand new goal and change of the length of the game. And it was quite a mind-blowing for everybody who was playing, because it was like, what the hell just happened? The game changed our goals and changed the length of the game. And we go to the scenario number 3. And scenario number 3 was, for me, the biggest surprise for the players that we have in this game. And to be honest, campaign number 2 does even more crazy things. But many of you didn't play campaign number 2 because it was very, very complex. But in this campaign number 1, in the one that many of you played, and I'm very, very grateful for that, this is the biggest twist. And once again, I was so proud when I was designing it, and I was so proud that it is something that nobody did. So in the scenario number 3, guess what? The storm is coming. All the players are hidden in the hub, in the home, in the base. They cannot go outside because the storm is hitting. The events that we prepared for this particular case, for this particular mission, very hard. They are just destroying the hub. The storm is hitting in every round. You have more and more hits on the hub. The parts are just dropping. It is a hell, and we just did it on purpose. We knew that in this scenario we try to destroy the hub, destroy the home, the base of the players, and we were not taking we were just destroying it. And now, where's the twist? What's happening in this scenario? At some point, and once again, I don't remember, it was like a 5th or 6th round, once again, before the end of the scenario, once again, players think they have to survive 8 rounds. They are preparing for the 8 rounds, our resources, our actions, what we have to do, how much time we have left, and they're all prepared for this 8-round scenario. And then at some point, and we need the post-production once again to show you how it looks. At some point, the app, because you're playing with the app with this game, the app drives all the events and all the adventures. The app suddenly shuts down. And it looks like a glitch in the coding. It looks like Portal Games Digital and there's something wrong, but it is not. It is our winking to you that something went very, very wrong in the base, in the hub, and everything is destroyed and you just lost everything. And the app changes its color into the red color, like an alarm stage, and it just said, I think it says, you will show it in the post-production. It says, turn the page. It was the communicate. So suddenly you are playing the game, you are drawing the next event, you draw the next event, and suddenly the app just freezes, and it's changing to the red color and says that change the page. And you are changing the page, and Marek will show you what's there. And at this point, there is nothing. Everything is just destroyed. You have no clue what just happened. You just understand, by understanding the theme of the game, just understanding what was before, that we are just playing with you, and we just told you that everything collapsed, is destroyed, and you are just out of the action. So this is what happened. And it says, once again, turn the page. And you move to the brand new scenario that is called Silence, and this is scenario number 4. In the scenario number 4, when you start the game with the scenario number 4, the game, the app is still in this alarm mode. So this user interface, I could show the word, the whole user interface is all in the red colors. It doesn't have all the options. Not everything is available for you. You clearly see that you are playing in emergency mode in this game. And in this scenario, Silence, the fluff, and this is quite an emotional introduction, like a flavor text. You have no contact with NASA, you have no contact with Air whatsoever, but what's more, you don't even have a contact with all the members of the team. Like all the intercoms are dead, there's no power in the base, like you are in the black lights, there's just red lights flashing, and you say, what the hell is going on? And the mission objective in this in this scenario is just to get the power up, somehow reach the antenna, and do whatever you can to fix the connection with Earth, because you have no clue what's going on. And there's no other objectives, there's no other special rules like this. Just everything is turned down, reach antenna, get connection, get some help from Earth. And when players are doing that, when they do this, and they have a, once again, you can see on this a scenario sheet. This scenario sheet has 12 rounds. It says like, however you do it, how much time you have, we don't care. Just fix the antenna, fix the power, and get in contact with NASA. There is no time limit, like just fix the stuff. When you finally do it, when you at some point, when you click in the app that you manage to fix the antenna, you click this, and once again the app tells you flip the page, and you have finally reached the contact with NASA. And then the app changes into regular mode. You have pam notifications, new objectives from NASA, new contact with NASA, everything is back to normal, and the scenario continues. And this scenario number 4 is divided into 2 different scenarios. In a one game night, first you have just emergency mode, nothing works, and you have one goal: get this connection with NASA. And when you do it, the second part of this scenario, brand new goals, brand new rules, brand new objectives, at an additional time, and the NASA asks you, something is very fishy, something is very strange in these mountains. When the antenna collapsed, we found caves, and you see these caves. There's a lot of very interesting things that we think that are happening in these caves. Please explore. And in this scenario, players are learning that the final mission, the final scenario, will be played outside the hub. So even the First Martian, as you can see on the cover, is a game that takes place in the hub, in the base of the players. In this campaign, because I was crazy back then, and Marek was my playtester, it is his fault that he understood all the rules, and he was not telling me, Ignacy, this is too complex. Mission number 5 allows players to leave the hub, to leave the base, and place outside the whole infrastructure, the whole board. And we move to the conclusion, mission number 5, and as I said, we are playing outside the hub. We have I will not open it because it's our copy from the archive, so it has to be intact. But there is a envelope. This envelope has a Carcassonne style tiles that you are going to use to build the map of these caves, and you're exploring these caves, you're entering them, and you're learning some mystery. What was hidden there? Some ancient civilization or something like that? You will see. So once again, in this scenario, we are not playing with the app, we are not playing with the changing the goals, but we are changing the setting. You are getting the whole board of First Martians, putting it away, and you are playing on this Carcassonne style map, exploring the caves. So this is the First Martians campaign spoiled, and as you can see, besides the first mission, which was nice, smooth and kind for you, then there was all these different twists, and most of them we were able to pull off because we had the app. And that's why in all the interviews before the game was released and after the game was released, I was saying we use this app not as a gimmick. We don't use it just to make you angry at the technology. We use them to have these amazing, impossible in a cardboard pile experiences, like the fact that at some point the app tells you, by the way, changing the gamer length, or in the scenario number 3, by the way, everything is shut down, change the goals of the game, or in the scenario number 4, by the way, we have 2 scenarios prepared for you in the app, 2 different sets of the goals for you. So yes, I was using this app in a very innovative way, in a way to surprise you. And in every single interview and in every single material I'm recording for you, I'm always saying my roots, my genesis is role-playing games. I started the whole company designing role-playing games, and I was a game master, and creating this experience at the table was always the crucial part for me. So that's why I was playing with you, trying to surprise you. We are playing a regular Euro game, and then bam, I have surprise for you. This is also the truth for Detective. This is scenario number 3. All of you who played Detective who know what happens in scenario number 3, This is Ignacy Cevicek, the Game Master, surprising you. The same case with the Vienna Connection, the same case with Dune. We are creating here amazing experiences to surprise you and have let you have a blast. Happy? So let's go to the tractor scene. This camera, is it working? On this camera, guys, as always, thank you for watching. Thank you for being part of this community. As always, if you enjoyed this video, if you enjoyed this spoiling my design challenges for you in First Martians, give us a thumbs. Let me know in the comments if you played First Martians and if you had this experience as I was dreaming about. Did you have this moment? What the hell happened? That makes me so happy. If it happened, if it didn't happen, let me know what was the problem. If you haven't played First Martians, tell me if this is true, that because you were afraid of the rulebook, or maybe this was not a game that is interesting for you anyway. Let me know what you think about the First Martians design process, design twists. And as always, if you enjoy this channel, please subscribe to the channel, please give us a thumbs up, and share with your friends, because we try to grow our channel. We try to meet you every single day with interesting video, with interesting topic for the video, and the reason is because we want to provide you value and grow this channel. Thank you for watching. See you tomorrow, and tomorrow we are going to do what? Top 5 rules that bother me in my games. See you tomorrow.